on this computer. Boom. Excellent. All right. So welcome, everybody. It is the November 12th, Thursday. It's about 5 p.m. Central Time for John and Jess. And we're here doing this live webinar for you folks. We got Jess, Ron, Sandy, and Donna, and some other folks on board too as well. So looking forward to having this webinar with you guys. Let me look at the chat line here. Ron said he had a question for you, John, in the chat, so I'll read it out to you.
Okay.
So this is okay. Question for John. What recommendation does he have for deadlifts on a heavy hands workout if we don't have heavy enough kettlebells? Should we slow the reps to make more challenging or do more reps with the lighter weight?
Good question.
Yeah. You don't have enough weight and you're doing deadlifts, then you can definitely do slower reps. One that I like to have people do is do half reps, double the reps. So instead of pulling from the ground all the way up to a full standing position, go pull only to your knees, and then when you get to your knees, you slowly return it back to the ground. And what it does, it puts a big focus on the hardest part of the deadlift. And instead of doing, let's say, 5 full reps, if you were to do sets of 10 full reps.
There's the cat in your face.
If you were to do 10 reps from floor to knees instead, nice and slow reps up and down, but always in that work zone, that would really add a lot of intensity to your deadlift sets.
Awesome. Cool. I hope that answered your question. Ron, if you have any other questions, let us know. Just we could do a chat here. And hey, Ron, do you want to say hi to John and Jess? I know you have a lot of background noise, but I think I can promote you as a panelist there. Ron, can you hear us?
Hey, Ron.
There you go. I just wanted to promote him as a panelist, so maybe say hi to you guys. He's been really active in the Facebook group, loving the challenges. So,
cool.
Good question, Ron.
Yeah, Ron, how is your training going? Are you progressing? Tell us a little bit about what you're experiencing.
Yeah, definitely progressing. It's been a while. I used to do the Monkey Bar Gym workouts a couple of years ago when you guys were posting them all the time, and really enjoyed it. But then had a couple of years where just trying to make up my own stuff while there wasn't too much going on online. So it's nice to get back into it, and definitely seeing a lot of gains already on certain things. So just different movements that are a lot easier to do now, even 2 months in or whatever we are now. It's definitely fun.
Awesome. That's great to hear.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for everything.
Yeah. And we love you. That's a very good question that you were asked as well, because one of the problems online people have is they don't have a huge selection of weights like we do at the gym. So
Yeah.
how do you make it harder? Another way to make deadlifts way harder, Ron, is, do you have a power jumper?
I don't have a power jumper.
Okay, well, if you have a cable, put the cable over your neck and put it onto your feet, and then do your deadlifts. You just ramped it up a ton.
I was thinking about doing something like that. I was actually thinking about the power jumper. I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking about that. That would be
jumper, we've done it before on deadlift days, and it substantially loads you a lot more than just the deadlift weight. And it's a completely different type of load. The progressive variable resistance is really great for strengthening deadlifts. Some of the best deadlifters in the world use tubing to up their deadlift power.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll have to look into that.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Hey, I got to run and go get kids.
Oh, cool. All right. See you, Ron. Thanks for doing it.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
See ya. Bye-bye. All right. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Anybody, if anybody has any other questions in the chat, or if you want to get promoted as a panelist to ask yourself, John and Jess, that'll be awesome. Just let me know in the chat and I can promote you. I know we got some people on board here during the webinar, but I think it's a good time, John, if you could, I don't know if you, I know you had that outline about that talk, the 3 points about, oh man, what was the title? About the 3 reasons why you shouldn't work out or shouldn't join the health club. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, if I can remember what I was talking about there.
Well, I think it was the.
Oh, yeah, there's class. There's one is there's no incentive for the gym for you to get in shape. They have no incentive. Their only incentive is to get more members.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why at most fitness clubs that are just, they have lots of machines and stuff, only 10% of the people go 3 times a month. The 90% don't even go. If all the people that they have as members actually went, they would be overcrowded and they would run into massive problems.
Mm-hmm.
So they're dependent on you not going. They just want you to sign up for some cheap price. And so they have no incentive for you to really truly change. They give all these markers and give all these ways to do it, but when push comes to shove, it's not really a place where you would go where you really are going to expect to make change, unless you're just super self-motivated and you're going to do it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The second thing is for their classes are not progressive. Their classes are the same. You could go in and take Billy's step aerobics or whatever, and 2 years later, it's the exact same class, same reps, same everything. So they're not progressive. So they're just the same steady state. So you're going to get a nice sweat, but and that's cool. If that's what you want to get, is just a nice sweat and stuff like that, then doing a class like that is fine. And it's consistently the same class, but there's no variation. So there's no constant adaptation to different stresses in that type of training module. And what we try and do is we constantly try to have you adapt. Our main thing is that you improve and that you evolve yourself, not just look better, but feel better, become a catalyst for change to those around you. Those are all things that we are really striving for since day one. And traditional, and so it's imperative for us at the Monkey Bar Gym that you do improve and that you make change, because that's part of our big picture thing, is to make a big impact on the planet. So you're not a number, and we don't look at it that way. So they're totally different that way. In our classes, it's imperative that you improve as well. We really stress that as well. We stress for people to keep track of their workouts. We stress for people to really get a clear focus on what is your path so that you can achieve really high level goals. And that's another thing that most gyms don't do is, and this would be the third point, I guess, is that they have a cookie cutter program for everybody. The program for Jesse would be the same as yours, Armando, and everybody else. You do this circuit on the machines. Oh, you want to lift weights? You do this circuit or do this weightlifting routine. And it's very simplistic. And everybody has different goals and everybody is different. So they need a different approach, and everybody really needs to follow their own path so that it vibes best with them. And that is the best way for lifelong success. And that is what we really strive to have accomplished for each person, whether it's the training, whether it's the restoring the health and balance of the body through the base movements or through the Plant Strong nutrition. You follow your path on those 3 things, you change your lifestyle, you give yourself an upgrade in all of those ways, and you become a catalyst for change, and you walk the walk, not for short, but for long term as well. Mm-hmm. So those are 3 things that I think a traditional gym does that are, I think, not so great, and three ways that we do it in a way that we feel is way more positive and for short and long term.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. Again, I came from a big box gym background, and that is so true. I remember I'm really close to one of the owners. He used to own like 17 health clubs in the Bay Area, him and his business partners. And I mean, he even admitted himself, he banks on people paying and not even going. That's how he makes a lot of his money. And he was just being real transparent with me. I was like, that is so true. compared to what Monkey Bar Gym, what I found so attracting is just like it's a different feel, different community, and people actually show up to your guys' facility.
90% of our members come 3 times a week.
Yeah, that is amazing.
90%. In a traditional gym, I would guess that it's maybe 1 or 2% would come 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
Only 10% come 3 times a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. That is crazy. And it's just interesting, the intentions of different business owners, and it's like a breath of fresh air running into your guys' message way back when I discovered you on YouTube. So that's amazing. Let's see here. I know you guys been really active inside the Facebook group recently. What's your guys' feeling it so far? Like in it, like you've been seeing people's posts and comments. What are you guys seeing there that you guys like, or you think you guys should have any recommendations for that you see challenging for other people inside?
Well, I like I said last time, I like the communication that has kind of taken off. I really appreciate the Monkey Bar Gym affiliates posting and giving, like Jimmy Lopez, he sent out a really great video, and it is really more about those kinds of things, adding those kinds of things into this program. Any little bit helps. Anything that helps you grow or makes you question something or challenges you is important to have in this atmosphere. And we're definitely creating that. And that's what I like, because it can become way more than just doing an online fitness membership. It can become this whole philosophical thing if you want to. I mean, it can get as deep as you want. I love when things go in that direction.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, she hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. That's good perspective. Sandy had a question here. Is it okay to do base exercise before going to bed if I don't have time to do them during the day? Is there a best time of day to do them?
I think the best time to do base is at the same time every day if you can. Doing them before you go to bed, it would depend on which poses you're going to go do before you go to bed. Not something that winds you up, but something that might relax you, especially if you have sleeping issues. Poses is what I would do. And the harder, more engaging poses I wouldn't do right before I'm going to bed, because that might start to wind up your system, basically, your energy.
Yeah, I mean, doing things like supine bridge and supine mountain, I think those are actually really great things to do before you go to sleep. And there's many reasons why, but doing things like John said, that build a lot of energy, anything like inversions, like doing down dog even, those build way too much energy and shouldn't be done before you go to bed.
Awesome. That's a good question, actually. That's pretty good.
I believe I know who this person is. I think her last name is Tabachnik, and if so, that's my mom.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mom. That's awesome. Well, she's here supporting us.
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to my mom. That's awesome.
I love Mom.
That's great. Awesome. I don't have any questions on the board right now. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we close up shop here? Or any other subjects you guys want to talk about?
I think everybody's on a really nice path.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, like I said, I think everyone's on a really nice path. I know some people don't like, I'm not one who gets on Facebook that much and comments and talks a lot. But I'm starting to realize the benefits of that kind of communication. And I know there are quite a few people who, probably just go on and read the post, but they never comment.
Yeah.
It would be really nice. It's a little challenge. If you're just one of those people like myself, who don't really comment that much, just make it like one time out of the week comment. And that's what I've started to do, just to kind of get myself over that, because you can miss out on a lot of stuff. Yeah. Comment, ask a question, just say, or even just state, how you did for your workout today, and just get yourself a little more involved.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. It's just get over the hump, put it out there. Maybe your results of your workouts, maybe, and say if you did your first knee push-up or something, whatever it is, And then if you have any questions, because tons of other people have the same questions, and if you don't bring it up and they don't bring it up, then the question doesn't get answered. And so that's a great point. Maybe once a week, just try and start some dialogue about something that you have a little bit of question with, whatever it may be. It's a worthy question.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because that online Facebook community, it's amazing, the engagement, how other people help each other out, how people post questions, and you guys can come in and answer them for them. So it's a really great resource for people to stay being a part of a community, because there's people out there like Ron who don't have a monkey bar gym community nearby, and he relies on stuff like that to stay engaged. So I appreciate you guys taking the time being inside the group, because I know it's time consuming, but it's awesome. And I encourage everybody else in the group to make comments about their workouts too, at least once a week. Let's see here. Yep, I think that's about it right there. Until next week at Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Time. We'll be doing this every single week and help people out with their fitness goals and everything. So I'm going ahead and close up the webinar meeting now, and we'll catch you guys next week again, John and Jess.
Great,
guys.
awesome.
Great, thank you. You guys have a good day.
Bye-bye.